might have heard that spraying is bad. I've said that I think people should unbind crouch and focus on having good gun hygiene. Even Demon 1 said that spraying is bad, and you don't want to be like FNS.
You don't want to be looking like FNS, spraying like this, whiffing every bullet.
However, I think we're wrong. Having good spray control might be more important than having good aim or good gun hygiene. I used to think pros would mainly burst or tap and rarely spray. However, after watching Sentinels qualify to Madrid, I saw spray after spray and realized I was wrong.
Classic TenZ moment. One walls, no. The second will not join him. Somsy from backside though gets all three!
Start the match for Sentinels.
Wonderful beginning.
So now I'm going to break down 3 things why I think pros are so consistent with their sprays. The first reason is that they control the recoil at head level. So I think that there's a misconception out there that when you spray someone, it should be all body shots. However, that is not the case. When you watch pros spray, all of their bullets are pretty much at head level. And by spraying for the head, they have a higher chance of going for multi-frags, and also when they pre-fire angles, they can get the kill a lot quicker. I think that you should only really be trying to spray in the body if they're already low HP. So I have 2 drills for you guys to help you control your spray at head level. So for the first drill, I want you to practice spraying while standing. All I want you to do is walk up to a wall, start spraying it, and try to control it at head height. So the main thing that we're focusing on with this drill is the recoil control. So to me, that just means controlling the vertical spray. When it starts moving left and right, just cancel the spray and move on to the next one. If you're not killing the opponent, once your bullets start going left and right anyways, you're probably dead. So there's actually a really simple way to tell when your bullets stop going up with the recoil, and that is when the top of your crosshair disappears. You might have to turn on the setting, which I'll show right here. After you're comfortable controlling your spray at head height pretty confidently, I want you to then move on to spraying bots. So with the bots, just pick a target, start your spray there, and then start controlling your spray at head height to other bots. So the goal of this is just to show you how powerful it is to just spray at head height. You can pretty much insta-kill these bots and you kill 2 to 3 bots right back to back. Once you can do this pretty quickly, then we can move on to the next drill. So this next one is practicing your spray while crouching. Here you're going to do pretty much the exact same thing as the previous one, except you're just adding the crouch. What I want to point out here is that you shouldn't be crouching until you shoot a few bullets. This is because the first few bullets are accurate anyways. And if you crouch too early, either before you shoot or within the first 2 bullets, then you're going to pull your crosshair down and your bullets are no longer going to be at head height. So the key here is just to shoot a few bullets, crouch after, and then that will automatically lower your crosshair for you and you have to pull down less. Once you get a good feeling of crouch spraying at head height, then you can again move on to the bots. Just like the previous one, you're just spraying at head height, practicing with the crouch this time, and just going back and forth between multiple bots. So now you should be pretty comfortable spraying while standing and while crouching. Now you might be asking, why do I need to stand and spray in the first place? Why can't I just always crouch? Well, I think that the crouch kind of helps you spray a little bit, but it also makes you a sitting duck. So what I like to tell people is that you should learn how to spray standing first before you're allowed to crouch spray. Essentially, you should be able to do both, but I don't think you should give yourself permission to crouch spray until you can do standing sprays accurately. So the second reason that pro sprays are so good is that they only have to pull down. What I mean by this is that pros start their spray when their crosshair is at the enemy's head. The way I picture this in my head is someone chopping wood. So when someone chops wood with an axe, they just go straight down. They don't start in the middle, they don't start on the side, it's straight down. And I think spraying is very similar to that because you can control the spray pretty reasonably by going straight down. But once you have to start controlling your spray by going left and right, like against a moving target, you're kind of just going to trail behind them and miss everything. So the drill I came up with this is targeted so that you don't ever panic spray. What I want you to do is turn on strafing on the bots and then go to eliminate 50 or 100. And then here, the objective is just to visually confirm when you want to go for the spray. So what this means is that you should wait until the bot starts strafing, and then when he stops, you can start spraying them. While the bot is strafing, feel free to move around or you even shoot some burst if you want. But the whole point is that you're not allowed to spray until he stops moving or until you're really sure that your bullets are going to hit him. So again, to reiterate, spraying against moving targets is really difficult. So by practicing visually confirming when the target stops moving and just going for a spray then will allow us to focus solely on pulling down and controlling the spray. Trust me, if you guys can get good at this, you won't ever panic spray and your sprays will also be much more consistent. The third reason is that pros spray at good ranges. So I think we all know this, but I'll say it anyways. Spraying is better when you're close to mid-range. That's because the target is bigger, so it requires less accuracy and precision. And because of that, it is easier to control the spray. I think this is where that gun hygiene argument really comes into play. So when people say spraying is bad, it's because they're spraying at bad ranges. And when people say you should burst and move, then that's also at specific ranges. Because like you wouldn't burst and move when the target's right in your face, would you? So essentially there is a balance of good gun hygiene, aka bursting and moving, and a good balance between spraying as well. So to improve at this, I just want you to guys go to this target here. Practice spraying at all distances, 5 meters to 50 meters. You'll notice the closer the target is, the more you can kind of just hold down the spray and get good headshots. And then as the target gets increasingly further away, it gets a lot harder to control the spray where it's not even viable anymore. Most notably at the 50 meter point, you're probably just better off going for taps or burst. So hopefully I changed your guys' mind on spraying. I think it's actually really strong, maybe even OP. And I think as a community, we kind of just overcorrected in the sense that spraying is bad. I noticed this a lot with the clients that I work with, that they just really don't want to spray ever. And they didn't really ever develop spray control. So with that said, improve your spray control. And if you guys need any tips to rank up, check out this video here.